friends, welcome to WikiVox channel where the search for the truth begins. "31 meters length and 7 meters in width. The total weight was 282 tons. A large ship sails from New York to Italy. The ship was adrift in the choppy seas. What happened to the 11 crewmen aboard the ship? When we started our research, we came to know that the ship was cursed and it was also called a ghost ship. What is the truth behind this mystery? The ship was owned by 7 owners and they died mysteriously. Is this ship a supernatural ship? The ship's name Mary Celeste. On 7th November 1872, Mary Celeste leaves New York to Genoa, Italy. The voyage may take from 20 to 25 days. The goods which were stored in the ship were food and water for 6 months. 1,700 barrel alcohol. This alcohol is pure, which you cannot consume directly. It was an industrial level alcohol. So this was the payload of the ship. The ship carried 8 crew members who were led by a captain. The captain's wife and daughter accompanied him on the journey. Mary Celeste was loaded with goods and crew members and it starts its journey. The next information about the ship was from a log file, which was in the Mary Celeste, that the ship has safely passed a hurricane. This info was found on 24th November 1872. What happened to the ship and its crew? The date was 5th December 1872. After nearly 1 month, Mary Celeste has left New York. A British brig spots the unguided Mary Celeste. When the British brig was 60 miles from Portugal, the crewmen spotted Mary Celeste. The British brig's name was Dei Gracia. Captain David Morehouse of the British brig spots the Mary Celeste. The captain sends out a boarding party to look for survivors. The captain was eager to find the reason why the ship was unguided in the middle of the sea. The crewmen of the Dei Gracia board the Mary Celeste and looked for the crew. There was no one on board the ship and below deck. They found out that there was a 3.5 meter water below deck. They recognized that the pumps to pour out the seawater were not functioning. The crewmen of the Dei Gracia thought that any surviving crew member may be below deck. They called out for people to respond, but still silence in the air. They checked the ship's status. Everything was good apart from 2 things. The clock and the coppers were broken. The crew searches for survivors, then the captain of the Dei Gracia comes aboard the Mary Celeste. When they searched through the barrels, nearly 9 out of 1,700 barrels of alcohol was empty. Food and water for 6 months were not consumed. The crew of the Dei Gracia wondered where are the crewmen and the captain and his family. They enter the kitchen and see there were 3 coffee jugs. Food has been served on the table. So the crew of the Mary Celeste were there when the food was kept at the table. How did they suddenly disappear? The captain's orders to search for dead bodies, but they didn't find any. So there are no dead bodies. The ship was not damaged. The question still remained. What happened to the crew? According to the laws of the sea, if there is an unguided ship found in the sea, people who discover the ship will become its owner. Captain David Morehouse and his crewmen sailed Mary Celeste nearly 800 miles to Gibraltar. A British Vice Admiralty court convened a salvage hearing. The Dei Gracia crewmen were entitled to receive money as Mary Celeste was insured. The ship had alcohol which was worth $49,000. Captain David Morehouse pleads that the insurance money should be given to him and his crewmen. Mary Celeste's captain was Benjamin Spooner Briggs and Captain David Morehouse were close friends. The court had its doubts. They asked Captain Morehouse whether the 2 captains have staged a drama for the insurance money. So the court orders an investigation to be held upon the entire crew of Dei Gracia. The investigation was led by Frederick Solly Flood. The investigation starts. Before the voyage of Mary Celeste, the 2 captains have met in a hotel and had a discussion. Captain Morehouse says that it was a simple discussion between friends. He also fears for his friend and his family's lives. Could Captain Morehouse kill his friend for money? There was no blood found in the ship. The ship was not damaged. If Captain Morehouse wanted to kill his friend, the $49,000 worth of alcohol should have been his target, but the barrels seemed to be intact. The goods in the ship were intact. So there is no motive for Captain Morehouse. The investigation team comes to this conclusion. There was another angle from the investigators. The captain of the Mary Celeste could have killed the crew of the Mary Celeste and given the information to his friend. Was there a foul play to receive the insurance money and split it among the friends? This turned out to be false as there is no sign of the entire Benjamin family. But there were two items missing in the ship: a sextant and a lifeboat. The investigators thought that the crew members could have used the lifeboat to escape. They think that the 11 crew members might be alive. The next question was, would it be the sea pirates? The sea pirates could have not just left the 1,700 barrel alcohol in the ship. This news spreads rapidly to many countries like Britain and Portugal. People called Mary Celeste a cursed or a ghost ship. Why did the people call the Mary Celeste a cursed or a ghost ship? What is the history of the ship? Many go in search of this mystery. The world famous Sherlock Holmes was one of the researchers to find the truth about the Mary Celeste. Before it was named Mary Celeste, it was called Amazon. The first voyage of the ship was led by the ship's owner, who was the captain of the ship on the first voyage. 9 days into the voyage, the captain falls ill and dies. The ship Amazon was also involved in a collision with another ship. The other ship sunk, the Amazon was damaged and sailed to shore for repairs. When the repairs were happening, suddenly there was a fire accident. So the ship was sold to another person. This person who buys the ship faced a huge business loss. This person decides to sell the ship at any price as he believed that the ship was cursed. So the current owners of the ship were Captain Benjamin, who disappeared, and his brother. So Benjamin and his friend have nothing to do with the incident. The sea pirates were not involved. The ship crossed a hurricane, but no damage to the ship. Did the ship cross the Bermuda Triangle? If this was the case, what happened to the lifeboat? Did aliens abduct the crew of the Mary Celeste? So there were so many theories behind this mystery. In 1900, a diary was sent to many officers. The diary mentioned a man who was a prisoner in the Mary Celeste who wanted to leave New York to Italy. He says the ship was hit by a hurricane. Another diary was sent. It says that the captain killed the crew members of the Mary Celeste. There were so many diaries and investigations held to unravel the mystery behind the Mary Celeste. But after so many research and investigations, no exact conclusion has been made. Until 2019, the investigation was going on. So for nearly 150 years, the mystery of Mary Celeste is still unresolved. Was it a cursed ship? History says it was one. Is this the only ship which has mysteries? There are a lot of ships which have mysteries which are not resolved until now. Comments about this video are most welcome. Please do subscribe and share for more content to Wikivox, the voice of Tamil Pokism. Please give a like to this video and please hit the notification icon. Nandri, Vanakkam.